Good afternoon. My name is Mark Rowe, and I'm a member of the Squeezing Historical Society and the archivist for the Society. And the archives are located at the Halton Hills Public Library, Georgetown branch, and they are accessible during normal library hours. So I'm here to talk about some of the things that might be of interest in learning about our local history. And one of them behind me is the 1858 Tremaine map. And let's just tell you the story about this map, first of all. This map, the Reverend Tremaine went around and got subscriptions so that he could produce a map of the entire county of Halton with the lot owners of every lot in every concession of the 4 townships that comprised Halton at the time. So Trafalgar Township and Nelson Township in the south, and using the native names, Nassagaweya and Squeezing Township in the north. And some of the subscribers also would have paid to have their premises sketched, and we have some very interesting sketches of early buildings, one of which is the Halton County Courthouse in Milton, which is today the City Hall in Milton, so it's still in existence. So this is 1858. So what Reverend Tremaine did was to go around, as I mentioned, and get subscriptions from people who would like to buy the map. And when it was finished, he went around and delivered them all. So one person that bought the map was Charles Kennedy, who was one of the surveyors of Squeezing Township. And he went to deliver the map, and when he delivered the map, Charles Kennedy did not answer the door because they had moved. So it was given to the people who lived there, saying, well, the people at this address ordered it, so here you go. So basically, they rolled it up and put it in the attic for more than 100 years. And eventually pulled it out and donated it to the Squeezing Historical Society at the library. And because of the way these were done, it was rolled up, it was on a background, and then the maps themselves were shellacked. And over the years, it had turned yellow and had cracked and so we couldn't even unroll the map completely when we had it here in the archives. So eventually, we came up with the idea of a project, and we asked for donations, and members of the society and the library donated money, and Keith Felton, who was a bookbinder in Georgetown, he offered to his labor to restore this map. He was an expert in restoring books. So we said, sure, that would be great. And so as I said, we took the money, and then he took the rolled up map. And the first thing he had to do was to build a tank to hold water that was the size of this map. So he had to custom build that. And then he took the map and immersed it in the water, and that was to separate the backing from the printed paper, and also to remove the shellac that was on top of it. Well, when it had done that, the paper itself floated to the top, but it floated to the top in about 1,000 separate pieces. And we're certainly lucky that Mr. Felton offered his labor for free. So he got some acid-free Japanese paper as a backing, and then he painstakingly pieced this map all back together again, the way you see it here. And you may wonder about all these lines and cracks and things like that. Well, I've just told you the history of this map. It had a very rough existence. But now, we have it framed in the library, standing here for you to come and look at. And the frame is designed so that air can circulate in there, so the map will remain preserved. And you can touch it, and nothing's going to happen. No oils are going to come off your hands on it. So you can see Georgetown here in Esqueezing Township and Acton up here. And this line here is, of course, the railway, the CNR line from Toronto to Guelph. So that is the story of Tremaine's map for the county of Halton. And in case you're doing other research, Tremaine also did maps of several other counties, including Peel. So you can search those out in the corresponding archives. Thank you.